All right, everybody, welcome in. This is Stick and Hack Reacts for Monday, March 21st, 2022. I'm your host, Adam Grubb, along with Keith Stewart. This is the Stick and Hack Reacts on the 8 Side Network, powered by iHeartRadio. Keith, this weekend, yet again, we had boring golf. We had the same winners we always have. Nothing exciting happened. Snooze Fest USA. Oh, wait, the opposite. Keith, another incredible weekend of golf on the PGA. LPGA was off this weekend. The PGA, however, did not disappoint. And in a weekend of basketball and upsets and Cinderella stories, golf had almost the same thing happen, but a dual winner, second-time winner of the same tournament. In fact, Keith, if I have my facts right, we've only had 2 winners in the last 4 years of this damn thing. Valspar was this weekend down in Innisbrook in Florida, and your winner, Sam Burns, on a 2-hole playoff. Keith, your reaction to Mr. Burns and the weekend that was the PGA?
Big thumbs up to Sam Burns winning back-to-back years. Big thumbs down on your math. I'm pretty sure Paul Casey's 18, 19, and then 20, we took the year off. And then 21 and 22 is Sam Burns. Isn't that 5 years?
But it's 4 years of play. We're counting the year that didn't even happen.
Yeah, but you said it took 5 years. You said that we've had 2 winners in the last 4 years. There's really been 2 winners in the last 5 years.
Okay.
So I got thumbs down on your math. That's all I'm saying.
I got thumbs down on what you're focusing on. What we need to focus on here is Sam Burns and Davis Riley. So Davis Riley is a name that I admittedly had to look up. He played great all weekend. He wasn't even in the top 100. He's ranked 136. They're 196. It doesnn't matter.
Look at you go. Look at you spewing stats today. Did you have like a Celsius this morning or something? Or double coffee, espresso?
Keith, I'm just trying to keep up with you. That's all I'm trying to do. I just don't want to be the boob on the show. I got to bring something to it.
Hey,
so I looked him up.
Do or do not. There is no try. All right.
I looked him up. Could I possibly get through this? I looked him up and I said, I want Davis Riley to win. It'd be another first-time winner. This would be his 25th start in the PGA. There is nothing that wasn't awesome about this story, especially on the weekend of upsets and Cinderellas in the NCAA tournament. And he came up short. He triple bogeyed a par 5. Had the hack hole, right?
That's what I was going to say. You said there wasn't anything that wasn't awesome. I would say a triple bogey on the 5th hole while you're leading the tournament by 2 is less than awesome. But keep going.
It's not the best.
You're rolling. Go with it.
So I wanted him to win so badly, but Sam Burns hung tough. Davis did what he needed to do. He at least got into a playoff. But then Sam Burns did what we all dream of. A playoff hole, the second playoff, he hits a 30-foot bomb to basically force Davis to have to hole out a bunker shot. It was theater at its best. We had JT who was in the area there for a little bit and finally looked like he had his game back in order. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than incredible weekend. Sam Burns winning again. How difficult is it to win the same tournament back to back? Paul Casey did it. A lot of people have done it, but this type of tournament at this stage in the PGA season, how difficult is it to win back to back, and how impressive is Sam Burns truly?
All right. Well, your first question, it is very difficult. Although it's happened just recently at Mayakoba because Victor Hovland won in back-to-back years, but prior to that, it's been a while since someone's done that, since someone has defended their title. And it's super hard to do that. And the reason why is that you have players like Davis Riley that come out of nowhere that shoot 62s on a Saturday with 9 birdies on their card, and it's a clean card, no bogeys. I mean, that's really good golf. And it goes to the point that we have gotten to a stage here in watching golf on these really, really good golf. I mean, what a great golf course that is there at Copperhead at Innisbrook. The snake pit, all that stuff. I mean, you can't just be good at one thing in golf and win. So Davis Riley was first off the tee this week, and he was in the top 5 in putting, and that's why he got into that playoff. Sam Burns was top 10 in approach, and he was top 10 in putting. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's like we live in fantastic times when you talk about the competition on the LPGA and the PGA Tour. And I know we emphasize this every week and we're always like 2 thumbs up and we seem like robots and everything, but we're really not. If you look at the adventure stories that are created each and every week with these guys, it's just unbelievable. I mean, Davis Riley makes a triple bogey and they start talking about the fact that, I'm thinking like, has a guy ever won with a triple bogey? And then boom, of course, the stat comes up like it's like Instagram and the TV's listening to you, right? Mm-hmm. And I was only thinking it. I didn't even say it out loud. But then they were like, in 2020, Victor Hovland won at Mayakoba with a triple bogey. And I was like, oh man, making a triple on the last day and still competing. And the way he came back and competed, made the birdie on 17, just had a winning putt on the final hole. Just these guys are, and the women, they're just unbelievable. And I think it just creates such great theater. We might have to come up with like a different thumbs up, thumbs down, like a 1 to 10 scale on how much off the charts it is. And then, a lot of what's being swept under the rug right now is how good JT is playing. Right. People are picking on his putting and everything, right? Like he gained 3 strokes putting. He wasn't terrible at putting. He was top 20 in putting. And the rest of his game was phenomenal. There's a little bit of a golf tournament coming in 2.5 weeks, Adam. Yeah. And if JT's not the favorite, I don't know who is. In his last 6 events, he's had 4 top 10s. So, and his game is picture perfect for that place. So, I mean, I think that there's just a lot going on. We've got a different type of event this week, but a lot of the big names are out. Your boy could be back. It's rumored that Bryson's in the field. I think the Davis Riley story is amazing. It's all sorts of good stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it.
We are 2.5 weeks, which away from the Masters, which makes me very excited. Obviously, we've got a good couple weeks of reactions and prognostications to occur here. And for your betting advice, go to readtheline.com for listening to Keith go through these stats. He has you have an incredible outlay of support of your picks. And so go to Read the Line, sign up for his email, and maybe you can make a little cash as well. So let's move on, Keith. So to my favorite topic, you talked about my boy Bryson DeChambeau, which is my second favorite topic to not talk about yet. But now we're back. So we've had several weeks of not talking about Greg Norman and company and the LIV Enterprises Entertainment Super Golf League of America, the United States of the world. That's what we're talking about now because he finally, now this is me, he finally made a decision and an announcement that was not scathing, was not annoying, was not combative. It was, hey, we're starting something new, and here's some of the details. We'd love for you to come over. It was very natural and quite frankly frustrating that didn't happen months ago in this way. So give us the facts of the case. That LIV has now come to the table with an actual schedule for this new golf league and the new tournament and kind of style that is going to be out there. And your reaction, more importantly.
The reaction's easy. I'm still 2 huge thumbs down on this thing. And from the beginning, I've said if this is going to dilute the fields by pulling some people into their events versus the people that are in the PGA Tour events, then I want no part of it. All right, and that's not like my Blue Blazer upbringing as a PGA pro or anything. I just want all the best players in the same spot at the same time. I mean, this week, just at the Valspar. I mean, no offense to the Valspar, but you had Morikawa, DJ, Brooks, JT, Sam Burns. I mean, you had a really stellar field. You had a pop-up star in Davis Riley and, Matt Neesmith. I mean, these are great events that we keep having. And this thing, for what it is built to be, seems to be a big distraction. And no more than that. Because we're talking about 54 hole events, or 54 hole events with no cut over 3 days with shotgun starts. You know what I mean? So Adam Grubb can win closest to the pin in the first par 3. I can win straightest drive. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this thing other than the fact that there's a ton of cash involved. And this is where I see down the road there being a problem if and when they can pull these 8 events off. So they put a schedule out there. They start in London in early June 9th through the 11th, and then they move their way over to the United States. They're going Portland, New Jersey, then I think it's Boston, then Chicago. Norman has come out and said, we won't do it during the majors. We won't do it during any of the big Heritage PGA Tour events or the World Golf events, but they are putting them up against PGA Tour events. and popular ones at that.
Well, how
So,
could they not, Keith? They have one every 8 hours. How
well,
could they not put it up against the PGA Tour event?
all right, that's fair. That's totally fair. You know what?
There isn't a weekend free. It's like
You know what?
it's like volleyball. Like I don't have a weekend free.
All right, be proud of yourself. You had a good point in March, okay? So, but getting back to all this, the reason I give it 2 thumbs down is that Norman's still avoiding the one question: who's going to play? Who is going to play in all this? And they don't have a media deal. Now, if anyone should know about media, Adam Grubb, you should know, right? Where's this thing going to go? They're out soliciting.
We'll do it. Stick and Hack will do it.
Of course.
Well, what the hell are we talking about? Absolutely. Greg, your problems were solved.
They're asking for $500 million for the rights.
Fine.
Right?
No worries. That's not the issue.
Yeah, it's not the issue. Right? Okay, so wait. If a tree falls in the forest, I mean, seriously, you know?
All right. I don't want to. I mean, this is a show for debate, I guess, and for reaction. Yeah. And I agree with the majority of what you've said. However, I think where I'm meh at this point, the announcement and the way that this was brought about over the last 4 months has been a catastrophe and a disaster.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it, right? It has split. It hasn't even split. It's one against the world right now, and it's because of the rollout. And it's so sad because I think in theory this could work. It is different, and for someone, and we've talked time and time again about how golf needs to change a little bit. It needs to have new things, needs to bring new viewers in and a new experience on every weekend because it is relatively the same format every single weekend. True. And so there is some good that could be here, and there is some things that I find exciting. A new format, a limited field, all of big prize money, all those things. If it wasn't for that one elephant in the room, I think this works. Who is backing this is really the only thing I believe that most people are now distancing themselves from, and rightfully so. I get it, but that is the one thing about this that makes it very, very icky. Outside of that, sir, would you say that this is pretty cool and that there's some cool things that could come out of it? And if this was any different, anybody else, if this was Tom Watson running this damn thing, it would be, and we didn't have the Saudis involved at all. This is the talk of the town every weekend. Finally, someone's changing golf, but it's not.
How'd you just drop Tom Watson into this?
I don't know.
That's great. I mean, here's what's going to happen. They are putting out purses for these 54-hole events, right? Shotgun starts over 3 days with no cut. The purse is $20 million individual for 48 players, and another $5 million for the team aspect of it, right? We had the largest payday in all of golf last weekend at the Players, and it was $20 million purse. So some guy, Davis Riley, what'd you say? He was 136th in the world. Or Adam Grubb, 201st in the world. He's going to sign up and be one of those 48 players. He's going to go in and he's going to win third, and he's going to win $1.2 million, right? Or he's going to come in 10th and he's going to win, $300,000. And then there's going to be a guy who's 60th in the world and say, I could wax Adam Grubb every day of the week, right? Like, and that to me is a big part of what you say when we're going about this all the wrong way. And I just don't want to dilute the fields. I'm sticking to that. I'm standing on that limb, and I feel pretty secure on it. I mean, it's one of those things where Greg Norman's been trying to do this for 30 years. And it just can't be all about him. It's got to be a little bit more about the game and bringing the best players together. Why not have 4 of these team event type things and then station them out over the course of the year? I get it. You're right. They're going to be at the same time that there is a PGA Tour event, because unless it's on Christmas, right, there's a PGA Tour event every week. Right. So I guess I don't take as much issue with that. You bring up a good point with that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I
think
I just don't want to dilute the fields.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to dilute the field either, but I think there is room for new, and there's room for a different experience, and there's room for a golf entertainment that is an experience that is much different than the product that's out there today, albeit the product out there today is working and is great. I just hope that it doesn't become a sideshow theater for much longer. Either we do this thing or he just kills it, because it's there. It just has to do with the backing and the rollout. I firmly believe everything else on paper, if you take out the word Saudi, all right, let's rock and roll. And you take out the word Greg Norman, who apparently everyone hates, which I didn't even realize until the last 6 months. That's where we're at.
But what's not new? I mean, we spent the whole first half of Reacts talking about new Davis Riley, right? And you falling in love with the Valspar. I mean, what's not new about new courses? And, next week we have a new format. There's new major venues every year except for Augusta National. It's like, what's not new? There's new names in the men's and women's game every single year that we fall in love with. I mean, what's not new about all of that? Yes, I get it. People say like it's 72 holes of stroke play all the time. But at the same time, like, I don't know. The most popular sport in the world is soccer, and they don't even score goals. All right? So not everything is broken in this world. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know. I think we just ended it right there. That's the hot take of the year.
Yeah.
You had a hot take. I had a great point in March. You had a hot take in March. This, sir, is a perfect show. Keith Stewart, Adam Grubb. I don't know what else you need from us. I will give you a bonus react, though, Keith. A bonus react for you as we close up Stick and Hack Reacts here. St. Peter's is in your nape of the neck. It's in out of your state. Yes. They are hitting the Sweet 16 for the first time ever. They are a 15 seed. They were not supposed to move past round one. They did in an improbable victory. They continue their climb into the Sweet 16. Your reaction to St. Peter's and your alma mater? I don't know.
I love their. It's not my alma mater, but I love their coach. I love the press conference where they said, are your players going to be afraid? He's like, all my kids are from New York and New Jersey. What are those kids going to be afraid of? Well, I'm from New Jersey, Adam Grubb, and I'm not afraid of you every Monday. But I love it at the same time, all right? So that's my reaction. You take down Kentucky, you take down Murray State, and you head to the Sweet 16, and let's see what's happening. And that coach is destined for great things because he is fantastic.
Couldn't agree more. He's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio and host of the Pro Show, as well as Read the Line. I'm Adam Grubb with Stick and Hack, and this is Stick and Hack Reacts on the 8 Side Network, powered by iHeartRadio. Keith, enjoy your week, and we'll see you next Monday for more of this titillating conversation and reaction for America's public.